Hello everyone, welcome to Golden Heart Tarot. My name is Ren. I hope you all are safe and happy. Today we're asking, what have they realized about you? As usual, we have three groups. Group 1 is the Six of Wands and the Wizard's Tarot. Group 2 is the Knight of Wands and the Heaven and Earth Tarot. And Group 3 is the Seven of Wands and a Black Rider-Waite Tarot. I'll be doing one big shuffle at the beginning, but if you want to jump straight into your reading, those timestamps will be in the description box. I'll see you at your group. Hello Group 1, if you chose the Six of Wands and the Wizard's Tarot, this will be your reading. We're asking, what have they realized about you? Let me get your cards laid out, and then we'll get into your reading. We had 3 of Pentacles on the back of the deck. We have 15, the Shapeshifter, 45, the Threshold, and 34, the River. Two of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, the Tower, the Queen of Wands, the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, Death, and the Knight of Wands. Before we get started, I want to say that all of the groups had some synchronicities about them. So if you're drawn to multiple groups, one may be your energy and one may be your person's. So Group 1, what have they realized about you? They've realized that you're hard to pin down. Like just when they think they have you figured out, you change things up. You always keep them on their toes. They find you to be vibrant and a bit theatrical. There are a lot of parts to you. They also have realized that you have a good sense of humor. They've also realized that you've been changing over time. You've been experiencing a lot of growth. You haven't been standing still, you've been moving forward. You handle yourself well under pressure, and you're not afraid to start over if you need to. There's also something about how you show emotion. There's something about it being so genuine and pure and relatable. Kind of like you've been able to show them the healthy way to express their emotions, if that makes sense. You're very introspective, and they've realized that you know a lot about forgiveness and acceptance, and you may have been reflecting things back to them that they feel they need to work on too. So they've realized that you set a very good example for them. Now, what have they realized about your connection? They've realized that they kind of have to keep up. Like your connection changes as you both change. And because of that, you need to try to stay balanced with each other. And it takes a lot of attention and work to do so. They've realized that if they don't make this connection a priority, and if they are not flexible, then they're going to be left behind. And the same goes for you. This is not a codependent connection. This is a connection where you work together, if you so choose. No one gets held back here. In fact, it may be more of a push. Ever-changing, mutual learning and growth. So what actions or aspects of your personality have made an impression on them? Well, it's your work ethic, your willingness to do any work. It's kind of feeling like you look like a princess, so they're just kind of surprised that you'll do any work at all, or that you have to, or that you know what it is. That's quite rude, actually. Yeah, they're surprised by your work ethic. They're also surprised that you would be willing to work with them. There's also something about the quality of your work that impresses them. Whatever it is that you do, they find it attractive in some way. And there is something here that maybe you get so focused on what you're doing that you forget that you are around anyone. And they get to have a sneak peek of who you are in your authenticity, and they very much enjoy what they see. It's those times when you're just focused on what you're doing and you're minding your own business that they've realized they love the most. So what changes have they recognized in your behavior or attitude towards them? You don't share as much as you used to. You may be pretty quiet, and you keep a lot to yourself now. If you're upset or hurting over something behind the scenes, you really don't share that anymore. You hide it, at least from them. You may be healing from something too. I get the feeling that you may not be in contact with this person right now. For some of you, you may have pulled away from them, but it's not that you're trying to hide anything, it's that you just aren't sharing. But it's almost like they can feel it. How do they view your compatibility or potential for a deeper connection? The Tower. I feel like I need clarification here. What's the Tower, Spirit? What's the Tower? What's the Tower? The Page of Pentacles. I feel that their views on this are changing right now. They have realized that if they want to continue this connection, they need to make it a priority. They need to be flexible and adaptable. Maybe it's the thought that they are being left behind. They're beginning to recognize how important this connection actually is to them. If they want to hold on to this, they need to take on more responsibility and have the courage and determination to hold up their end. So I think they've realized that your compatibility is based upon the willingness of the participants to show up for it. It doesn't matter how well you get along if one of you gives more than another or you never see each other. No one gets carried here. It's either mutually beneficial or it isn't. And for some of you, this may have something to do with why you pulled back. So what role do they believe you play in their life or journey? They have realized that it is significant. You lead by example. You're showing them charisma, independence, conviction. It's like a class in how to be attractive. How to look like a princess and still know what work is. They learn a lot from you. Like how to stand up for yourself, how to speak out, how to ask for what you want, and really just how to be capable and strong and not be apologetic about it. So how have their intentions towards you transformed? 9 of Swords. I think I want clarification here. What's the 9 of Swords, Spirit? What's the 9 of Swords? The Chariot. I don't think they used to have real intentions towards you. I think you may have made them anxious, and they may have even been afraid of you. Like, if they had an intention, it would be to stay away from you. You are a very different and strong energy. But I believe that it's changed to more determination to take action. It feels like the energy is building. It's like one of those cars that you roll back and then let go and it shoots forward. Yeah, it's like that. They've learned from you how to recognize their own strength, their own confidence, their own independence, before they could make the decision that this is something that is important to them and actually be able to do something about it. So they're beginning to feel that they are able to manage their end of the connection, and their intentions are going to reflect that. What do they appreciate or admire about you? They appreciate your boundaries. They admire them. You're hard to get, and they like that. But no, like, you're not going to give anyone a free ride. You're not going to carry anybody when it comes to a connection with you. They appreciate that you don't let the riffraff in. And that includes them. You make yourself the priority, and they truly admire that about you. So, how has their perspective or feelings changed about you recently? Look at that Death card. They're burning for you. You know, not just anyone could withstand those flames there. It has to be a certain type of person. And they feel that you are that person. They've realized that you are a perfect mirror. You're cut from the same cloth. Like it just has to be you. And how do they feel about you now? Well, they're excited. They feel a pull towards you. Like I said, the energy is building. There's a sense of urgency here, of movement. It feels like a person that has realized a lot and has just made up their mind about it. And now there's no going back. They are very determined to move forward here. And one final question. Due to this connection, what have they realized about themselves? We have the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. That if they want success here, or with anything, they have to be willing to put in the effort. They have to be able to pull their own weight. That doesn't mean not asking for help when they need it. If there are things that they can't get past alone, they need to reach out for help. This could even be counseling for some of them. They've also realized that it's important to work with the right people, to surround themselves with the right people, the right things, the right situations. To be hard to get. You don't work with just anybody. They've realized that this connection with you is their good fortune, and that they are wanting to make it a priority. So Group 1, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello Group 2, if you chose the Knight of Wands and the Heaven and Earth Tarot, this will be your reading. We're asking, what have they realized about you? Let me get your cards laid out, and then we'll get into your reading. We have the Queen of Wands on the back of the deck. 17, the Lover. 9, the Hunter. 42, the Empty Room. The 5 of Pentacles. the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Moon, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. All right, group 2, before we get started, I just want to say that if you are drawn to multiple groups, there are synchronicities between them. One of them may be your energy and the other may be your person's. All right, so what have they realized about you, group 2? This person has realized that they love you with the Lover card. This is something that has grown over time. You see how the rays are beaming out in the Lover card and how that's reflected in the Hunter? It's like they see you and you see them. There's this magnetic pull towards each other. They've realized that you can be very focused when it comes to things that you want and things you want to achieve. You're very results driven and are good at a lot of things. You have this quality about you that's like wanting to play with life. You're brave and adventurous. There's so much potential, so much possibility. You love life. But you're also patient. You wait for the right time to act, and then you are very decisive and action-oriented. They've realized that there's a trust that you have, a trust that everything that you want will come towards you, and also a trust that you will be capable of handling anything that you need to. You trust yourself. On the empty room card, it looks like there's a guy standing on the left side of it. Weird. I've never noticed that before. I think they may have realized that you have some sort of otherworldly intelligence about you. Some sort of knowledge that is not of this world. Interesting. I suppose that would make sense with the Hierophant right next to it. Anyway, what have they realized about your connection? Well, they've realized that they want more. Like whatever your relationship is right now, whatever your connection, they want more of it. They want it to be stronger, deeper. They want to put in the work to really get to know you. However they can do that, to build a strong relationship with you, an even stronger connection, that's what they want to do. For some of you, they've realized that your connection is a bit one-sided. One person putting in all the work, and one person benefiting from it. Like there's something out of balance here, and they want to correct that. What actions or aspects of your personality have made an impression on them? It's your work ethic. Just like group 1. But unlike group 1, where they were just surprised that they knew what work was, it was quite rude. This person is in the dark about how it is you do the things that you do. Like they don't know how you do it. They are intrigued by your skill. Maybe also in why you chose to do this and how you got started and how you got to where you are. This person has genuine interest in what you do. What changes have they recognized in your behavior or attitude towards them? I think you may have switched up on this person a bit. We have 2 Knight of Wands. So there is a lot of passion here, and maybe your passion was focused on them at one point. You have a very pinpointed view when you want something. All of your attention goes on that thing or that person. But the Knight of Wands here in your main cards is focused towards working. So I think you've switched your passion towards your work instead of focusing it on them. There are a lot of horses in your reading. Somebody may be a horse sign. I think they believe you still have passion for them, but you're kind of cutting them loose for now. You realize that you can't control anyone, you can only control yourself. So that's what you're doing. So how do they view your compatibility or potential for a deeper connection? Well, we've already found that that is something that they want, so they definitely see potential here. I feel that something is in the way, though. Maybe it's beliefs about each other. Maybe there's some misinformation here. They want more. I keep hearing that over and over. Like, they want more of you. Maybe that's why they want to get to know you better, because they don't know what to believe. But of the things they do know, they really love it. What role do they believe you play in their life or journey? With the Moon card, they are not entirely sure. It's a bit mysterious. Maybe it's a loving relationship. Maybe it is work-related. Maybe it is mentor-student. But no matter what, they know that without you, things would be completely dark. You reflect the light. I think you represent possibility for them. They see you and you see them. That's really all they know. So how have their intentions towards you transformed? Well, we have the Knight of Cups, so very romantic. I feel like I want to pull one more card, though. How have their intentions transformed? The Seven of Cups. They may have always had romantic feelings for you, but it seems that now there are more possibilities. Things have opened up a bit. I think as they've gotten to know you, they've realized that there are so many things that you both can do together. It's not just about a romantic relationship anymore. It's bigger than that. There's more variety. You can be a romantic interest and also be a best friend and also be a confidant and also be a business partner and also be a parent to their kids. Like, there's so much variety now. So many possibilities. What do they appreciate or admire about you? They admire your faith. And I had said earlier, your trust in yourself, your faith in yourself. But there's also faith in a higher power, perhaps. They admire your knowledge. And with the empty room, it's your spiritual knowledge, your knowledge of things not of this world. I get that you can be quite the philosopher when you want to be. They admire your beliefs and how stable you are in them. They admire your dedication. I think maybe one of your main beliefs is that it all comes down to love. So how has their perspective or their feelings changed for you recently? Well, with the Two of Cups, I think they view you as a counterpart now. With it surrounded by the Hierophant and the Four of Wands, definitely. I don't know. I think they've made it pretty clear in this reading that they have realized that they love you. You are certainly a romantic interest, and they want to know you better. And how do they feel about you now? We have the Four of Wands. Their feelings are very stable for you. They're not going anywhere. In fact, they're just getting stronger. They're very happy with you. They have very romantic feelings right now. It's very loving and actually very sweet. And I think I've mentioned this in a reading before, but if you don't want to get married, stay away from this person. Okay? Because there's certainly a possibility of it. And lastly, what have they realized about themselves due to this connection? We have the Knight of Wands, which has a horse with no rider, and then we have the Queen of Wands, also with no rider. It must mean something. I'm getting that they've realized that they're not as in control as they thought they were. Their passion is unbridled. There's a lot of excitement here. You've made them feel alive. Like you got the fire going in them. I think maybe they were just going along with everything, just going with whatever they've been given. They didn't think there was another option available to them. But you came in and showed them that there was. And they're excited about it because they were feeling that they would never be excited again about anything. But they have it now, and it feels so good and so fun and so full of potential. You gave them their life back. You opened their eyes. So of course they love you. How could they not? Well, that's all I have for you, Group 2. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose the Seven of Wands and the Black Rider-Waite, this will be your reading. We're asking, what have they realized about you? Let me get your cards laid out, and then we'll get into your reading. We have the Three of Wands on the back of the deck. 41, the Village. 6, the Mentor. 71, Eros. Page of Swords. The Tower. The Five of Wands. 2 of Swords. The High Priestess. The Sun. The Four of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles. The Star. And this came out with the Six of Cups. Well, Group 3, before we get started, I just wanted to mention that there were a lot of synchronicities between the piles. So I'm getting that one may be your energy and one may be your person's. So if you were drawn to multiple groups, that may be why. So what has this person realized about you? You feel like home. You may remind them of their childhood a bit. It's a feeling of family, like they'll always come back to you. This could be someone from your past that is wanting reunion. They feel that they know you, like know you in a very deep way. I'm seeing the Village people. Don't worry, it's probably just me. This person learns from you. You're very intelligent. You know a lot about a lot of different things. But at the same time, you come across as a lifelong student. You enjoy sharing your knowledge, but you like it more when you're not the smartest person in the room. You may read a lot. This person looks up to you and tries to learn from you. And your intelligence adds to your attractiveness. They think you're beautiful or handsome. You're very playful and sensual, passionate. They find your voice to be sexy. Your lips, the things you say, the things you talk about are sexy. So basically what they've realized is that they're hot for teacher. And there's Van Halen. So we may have someone that likes music from the 70s and 80s. What have they realized about your connection? Page of Swords. I feel like I need another card. Let's see. What have they realized about your connection? It's the Page of Swords. And the Fool. So it seems that communication has been a big deal in your connection, whether that be by not communicating or by argument. Communication has been an issue here. Even though things seem kind of crazy, it's like they can't help themselves. They try to, but they can't. Like maybe they don't speak to you directly, but they can't help but watch your social media. It's a feeling of them being drawn to you against their better judgment. I don't know what this is. Maybe there is something inappropriate or taboo about your connection in some way. I think this person has realized that it doesn't matter. So what actions or aspects of your personality has made an impression on them? This is a strange energy that I'm feeling. It's playful and yet antagonistic. It's almost like people would think that you were fighting, but you both would think that you're flirting. That's kind of what I'm getting. What made an impression on them is just you. I get the feeling you came out of nowhere. Like they were not prepared for you. And it's kind of like you may have known what you were doing, possibly, or just through intuition, but you caused so much chaos for this person. It's like you came in and you blew everything apart and then you left. You may have fought with them, and they're not used to that. You gave this person a run for their money, And you knew things that just blew their mind. Like you knew what to say or how to act, and you freaked them out. So what changes have they recognized in your behavior or attitude towards them? Well, with the Five of Wands, there's definitely tension here. You're standoffish now, but it's kind of like you find it to be fun or something. I think you may like triggering them. Like it's the thing you love the most to do. Like it's your hobby or something. With the Tower and the Sun, you like to play fight with them. So how do they view your compatibility or potential for a deeper connection? Well, we have the Two of Swords, so not surprising that they don't know. But it's weird. It's like they have this inner knowing about you, but then they don't know. They don't know whether to run away from you or never leave your side. I'm going to get one more card for clarification here. What's the Two of Swords? How do they view your potential for a deeper connection? Okay, so there is potential here. They have this inner knowing of you, but then what they get in reality is argument. It's like you both don't really know each other very well yet, and it's no wonder, because if you're not communicating, then duh. And you may be triggering them because they're triggering you, and a 10-minute real conversation could solve the whole thing. And I think you both know that because the irritation seems very surface level. It just seems like two people that really like each other that just need to bang it out, you know? So what role do they believe you play in their life or journey? Well, with High Priestess, it's mentor. Not to mention we have the Mentor card. You know things they don't, especially when it comes to spiritual things. It feels that you're a guide. You have a lot of knowledge in something that they don't know anything about. How have their intentions towards you transformed? Well, after the initial shock, happy AF with the Sun card. They find the tension fun. You make them want to go out there and hit somebody with a stick. You make them want to go after life. Really live, like go outside. Have fun, do crazy things. Take risks, like really indulge in life. Their intentions towards you are to have as much fun as possible with you. In the best way. Very playful. Very adventurous. They want to be on the same team. And probably have lots and lots of sex as well. So what do they appreciate and admire about you? They like that you turn them down. They love that you're hard to get. You don't roll over for just anybody. Like you'll say no until offered it all. Everything you want. The Four of Cups. I like you, Group 3. How has their perspective or feelings for you changed recently? With the Ten of Pentacles, their feelings for you and what they want have solidified. They're getting serious about you. It's not just lust or a lovey-dovey romantic thing. No, they're thinking this person needs to be a part of my life. This is someone I want around for a very long time. This person is a part of my family. So yeah, it's getting serious. Like you're a part of their life now. So I don't know what you've done recently to make them switch their perspective like this. I think they've seen something with the Page of Swords. It could be that you're choosing to go irritate someone else. I don't know. But they've realized that this connection is important to them. So how do they feel about you right now? We have the Star and Six of Cups. They actually have very sweet feelings for you right now. They've been revisiting their past with you, and they've been having quite a few realizations because of that. They really do hope that they can renew your connection, and also see you naked. I'm sorry, Group 3, I can't help it. This person's a trip. Alright, so lastly, what have they realized about themselves due to this connection? I think they've realized that it's a good thing that they protect themselves, but sometimes things are worth the risk. Like, they shouldn't take action without being informed, but sometimes you have to give too, and let your guard down. I think they've realized that a lot of things that have happened in this connection could have been avoided had they let their guard down and communicated with you. You know, it's very rare to meet someone that you immediately click with, that you feel like you've known them forever. And maybe that's a rare occasion where you should try to get to know them instead of pushing them away. So yeah, they have had a lot of realizations. Well, Group 3, that is all I have for you. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.